Chapter 455, Universe Country Leader. Virtual Universe Training Grounds, the most optimum simulation place. As the virtual universe allowed one to customize the most optimized simulation, it being 100% similar to reality was not a surprise at all. Hence, compared to actually training in reality, in terms of experience, comprehension, effect, etc., they were completely the same. Just like how the cost of using the slaughterhouse was extremely high, countless warriors still go there, and as a core member and having his own training ground, Luo Feng was in no rush to look around in Primal Chaos City's skies for the origin law energies, but immerse himself in comprehending the sparks of inspiration he had about the 9-universe tablet from before. "Your Majesty, His Majesty Wukka is here for a visit," the bald sector Lord Ao Duo Liku shouted. "Wukka?" Luo Feng left the training grounds, becoming a blur and piercing through 10 kilometers of distance, immediately arriving at the entrance of the villa. Luo Feng, something big has happened." This silver-clothed black-haired youth rushed over. "What's up?" Luo Feng smiled and asked. "It's Rong Jun." The Manca prince was flushed red with excitement, saying, "You probably don't know, yesterday we went to the Heavenly Bridge to test. Our batch of 30 were all under the huge axe bridge. However, including me, everyone else failed the first level, only Rong Jun passed. Our batch of 1,000, only Bolin and Rong Jun passed. Bolin passed 2 levels and Rong Jun passed 1. Everybody else failed even the first level." "What?" Luo Feng was shocked. "Rong Jun succeeded?" In the genius battle before, he and Rong Jun were pretty close in levels. And during these 3 years of travel, his 3 great bodies had been training at a shocking rate. Even though it was not evident on the surface, Luo Feng had concluded he was enough to be ranked second. However, the outcome of the Heavenly Bridge was still like that. And also, just earlier, Wukka continued, the leader of the Yuanchen Universe Country, accepted Rong Jun as his disciple within Primal Chaos City. Universe Country Leader? Luo Feng was stunned. Universe Country Leader, dominating a vast universe country, even within the vast universe. They were considered among the governing level, under them were large amounts of undyings. How can that be? Luo Feng couldn't believe it, even Bolin didn't attract any universe country leaders to come accept him as a disciple. Right, I couldn't believe it either. Wukka shook his head. At the universe country leader level, there's absolutely no need to accept a disciple. They are already absolute beings that haven't fallen for over 1 trillion years, beings that oversee a universe country. Even Bolin, his chances of becoming a universe country leader are extremely slim. Hence, geniuses aren't worth the universe country leaders taking in as disciples. However, the Yuanchen Universe Country Leader really took Rong Jun in. "The news I got is definitely accurate. Right now the 1008 universe countries' upper echelons are all receiving the news." This, Luo Feng couldn't help but lose his composure. Did the heavens drop some treats for him? Death God Bolin, an absolute genius that everyone else from that batch naturally had to respect. Even he didn't attract a universe country leader to personally accept him as a disciple. However, Rong Jun got a country leader as a teacher. This still isn't the most shocking thing. Wukka spoke in a hushed voice, "I got this news from my father." Luo Feng's eyes gleamed. It wasn't simply one universe country leader that wanted to take Rong Jun as a disciple, it was 2. Wukka's eyes gleamed. "However, you should know that behind the 1008 universe countries lie the 5 great Leviathans. Among these 2 universe country leaders, one was from the Virtual Universe Company while the other from the Huge Axe Dojo. As Rong Jun is a member of the Virtual Universe Company, he finally became a disciple of Yuan Chen, Universe Country Leader. What? 2 Universe Country Leaders competed for him? Luo Feng was speechless. No matter, Rong Jun is currently stronger than us. Wuka gripped his fist tight. Anyway, I won't admit defeat so easily. My father once said, these 30 years in Primal Chaos City is our beginning 30 years, and the cornerstone of our future endeavors. The training in Primal Chaos City has just started. It's still hard to say who will come out on top. Luo Feng nodded. Not just Rong Jun, but Bolin was the #1 target Luo Feng wanted to overcome. How's your study of the 9 Universe tablet? Wuka asked curiously. Still okay, Luo Feng said. I suggest you go to the empty training balconies around to take a look. There are many casual markings left behind by the earlier generations. Wuka smiled. With our movement speed, spending 10 days to half a month is enough to do a full sweep to find a marking that fits us. After all, Primal Chaos tablets are too profound, and other markings left behind may spark some inspiration. With these ideas sparking and helping each other, it will become easy to understand. That's what my father said. Luo Feng looked shocked at Wuka. His first attempt on the Heavenly Bridge alone had given him much inspiration, much improvement. This sort of ideas bouncing around was indeed effective. Thanks, Luo Feng said seriously. What thanks? There's only meaning when I compete with a strong person. The stronger the opponent, the faster my improvement. Wuka smiled. I'm leaving. I'm going to look for some markings. Knowing that Rong Jun was accepted as a disciple of a Universe Country Leader, I'm currently burning with battle spirit. Following which he vanished. Luo Feng nodded. He couldn't look down on anyone. To be able to rank in the top 10 of 1008 Universe Country geniuses, no one should be overlooked. He had the Mosha clan, the golden horned beast. Could others have other special hidden trump cards behind? I've digested most of my 7 days of study. The first raindrop picture of the 9 universe. If I want to study it even deeper, a few days isn't going to do it. I too have to go look at some markings. Luo Feng's consciousness immediately left the virtual universe and back to Primal Chaos City, following which he began a large search through the Primal Chaos City grounds. Virtual Universe, Lightning Island. Lightning Island was the gathering spot of the Undyings within the virtual universe, the gathering spot of the true elites. On the incredibly vast island, with clouds engulfing it, there were lightning snakes slithering about the corners of the island. If one said that the Yuxiang Mountain was larger than ordinary planets, then Lightning Island was more than 1,000,000 Yuxiang Mountains. This batch of 1,000 geniuses, after going through the Heavenly Bridge, how are the results? Sitting high in a throne, the green-armored purple-scaled man's voice resounded down, booming across the incredibly huge shrine. Sir Knight. Below stood what seemed like an iron tower giant. An ape-man with golden fur. His golden fur was incredibly glaring, his entire being like a galaxy, glowing and glaring. He respectfully reported, this batch of 1,000 geniuses, 998 have all failed their first attempt. Bolin successfully passed 2 levels and Rong Yung passed 1. And watching the footage of their battles, the absolute beginning members seemed to have good performances, like Luo Feng, Chang Shui, Wuka were all not bad. Compared to the genius battles, their improvements are huge. The green-armored purple-scaled man nodded. Only that Rong Jun gave me a shock, everyone else is still normal. Send the footage of Rongjun's Heavenly Bridge battle to me. The green-armored purple-scaled man ordered. Follow EOS stories at nvl/by/n.com. Yes, Sir Knight. The ape man respectfully sent over the footage. Following which a screen floated within the shrine, on it the footage played of which savage Rongjun was like a wild war god, brutal and fierce. That huge blade swung with perfection, every slash was incredibly fierce, finally killing the opponent using the same blade. The green-armored purple-scaled man watched calmly till it ended, slightly creasing his eyebrows. You can leave. Yes. The ape man left respectfully. There was silence within the shrine. The green-armored purple-scaled man watched the screen, muttering, "It's weird, this Rongjun's battle talents are indeed shocking." Even though his comprehension level isn't too strong, however, he's able to unleash such terrifying strength. At such a young age, creating his own technique, he is a very powerful genius. However, it still isn't enough for Yuan Shen or Gu Luan, these two universe country leaders, to compete to accept him as their disciple. Yuan Shen, Gu Luan, these two have lived for a long time, much more ancient than I. The green-armored man creased his eyebrows, and they reached the night level earlier than I did. Maybe they discovered something I haven't from the footage. As an absolute being similar to the Yuan Shen and Gu Luan country leaders. Nine-Blade Knight was very clear the geniuses had no attractiveness to the universe country leaders. What was the point of nurturing a genius? Unless it was nurturing a universe country leader, otherwise it didn't have much benefit to themselves. Even Bolin didn't make anyone fight to accept him. Rongjun, however, had two country leaders compete to accept him. There must be a secret. Yuan Shen, Gu Luan, these two old punks are the country leaders that have lived the longest. They must have discovered something. Nine-Blade Knight watched the footage. With his level of being, he had already seen the footage and all its details incredibly clearly. Whatever could be discovered would have been discovered already. Why? What's the secret? Nine-Blade Knight pondered a while. He could only think deep within. Primal Chaos City, 7th level of the 9-level pagoda. Dressed in golden armor, the ape-man True Yen Emperor was discussing with the snake-tail lady about the Yuan Shen universe country leader, coming to Primal Chaos City and accepting Rongjun as his disciple. Rongjun, his battle talents are extremely high. The snake-tail lady said hoarsely, his origin law comprehension might be lower, but he's able to explode with terrifying strength. Very exceptional. Among this batch of 1,000 geniuses from the Virtual Universe Company, except for Bolin, the next is him. You can't just say that. True Yen Emperor said, of the 12 punks that chose the 9-universe tablet, there's one that isn't beneath Rongjun, maybe even a stronger genius. You are speaking of Luo Feng? The snake-tail lady nodded. True, that punk is only universe level 1 and he's able to unleash the heavenly blade formation. However, he doesn't know how to adapt, stuck on the basic formations of the Nanshan armament. However, his origin law comprehension is very solid. With such instruction, his battle strength will rise greatly. In terms of origin law comprehension, Bolin is first and Luo Feng is indeed number 2. The ape-man True Yen Emperor rubbed his chin, muttering, this Luo Feng is definitely a good seedling in our 9-universe sect. I shall give him some hints. What are you doing? The snake-tail lady was shocked. What, that Rongjun even has a universe country leader as a teacher? I'm just throwing some hints out. The ape-man shook his head. Right now in Primal Chaos City, within the 9-universe sect, I'm considered number 1. Those universe country leaders don't even look up to Luo Feng and Bolin. My standards aren't that high, I still respect them. When that Luo Feng passes the 3rd level of the Heavenly Bridge, he'll earn the right to listen to our classes, and after 100 seconds of thousands of years, we may have an absolute undying within our section. Haha. The snake-tail lady shook her head and closed her eyes. Looking at the situation, the ape man didn't disturb her any further, immediately vanishing from the tower.